A good day to all my subscribers and active Nigerian citizens. Thank you for joining me once again. Yes, it's your favorite channel, Naija Unfiltered with Charlie. Yes, here we talk about politics as it affects the life of Nigerians on a daily basis. We have a lot to discuss today, but please, if you're joining us for the very first time, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thank you. Um, we know for a fact that whenever the Nigerian government debunks a news, then there's an atom of truth in it. Quickly, let's read from AES Alate. I'll do a bit of background story, but let me quickly read what I have here. Diplomacy. Nigeria has sent a diplomatic delegation to offer a formal apology after violating the airspace of the Sahel Alliance. Let's quickly recall that on the 7th of December, plus or minus, we invaded Benin Republic through the help of Emmanuel Macron, which is the France president. We succeeded, no doubt. Yes, in calming down the coup, we succeeded and brought back democracy to Benin Republic. But some of us felt like it was not our pot of beans to eat. There was no need for us to go there because they are a sovereign state. But that's aside. And there were aftermath of that incident. Aftermath meaning some of our soldiers were caught, or rather, our Air Force personnel were caught in the wrong airspace. I'm talking about in the Burkina-based airspace, which is headed by Ibrahim Traore and the old AES, which is Alliance of Sahel region. They held that our aircraft, which is C-130. It has been held for 10 days plus now. And rumors had it that, quickly they released us because we were big boys. Story. In the Ibrahim Traore, what they see, if you do that kind of thing. So after 10 days, yesterday officially, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu sent a delegation, quote the foreign minister, Yusuf Tuga, to go and formally beg. Yes, that's the right word. We went to beg. But quickly let's quickly watch the video.
Well, first of all, I'm leading a delegation sent here by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Tout d'abord, je conduis une délégation envoyée par le président Bola Ahmed Tinubu, président de la République fédérale du Nigeria, afin de livrer un message au président Ibrahim Traoré. Un message de fraternité, un message de solidarité d'un pays africain à un autre. Nous avons discuté de plusieurs sujets en lien avec la...
You've seen it for yourself. In fact, the man doesn't really shake themselves. Just a fist bump them. All of them, they stand at it. See, they stand attention. It was really funny to watch because when you come with that facade of giant of Africa, you go there, go bow. That's what happened there. We went there to beg. Yes, call it what it is. We went to beg. But it's actually funny. I knew that eventually they would come to a common ground. But I love the fact that they stood their ground, and that's what makes them a sovereign nation. You can't just waka come like say they waka your child backyard, come and do whatever you want to do, even if it was technically a mistake to that the plane had a malfunction and they had to officially that they had to land, but even at that you need clearance. Especially knowing that they are operating on a different kind of government. So it is actually good. And then they now went further to say, we discussed about how to counter terrorism and all that. There was no discussion. It was just pure begging throughout. We begged like a jilted boyfriend. But it's actually so nice. I quickly have to move for want of time. Yesterday I brought a report about the former Minister of Aviation, yes, Hadi Sirika, being stoned and beaten by his constituents. And I made a comment. I said, we will start seeing this across the nation very soon, because Nigerians are fed up at this point. But before, let me just show you a little clip. It's quite short. Just look at it. Yes, that is another beating. Less than 24 hours since I reported the beating of Hadi Sirika. And this one is coming from Zamfara State, where the House of Representative members went to his constituents and they said, you are not representing us well. You are representing yourself and your family there. So Zamo worker in quote, we're going to deal with you. And they beat the living daylight out of him. The slap, there was one guy that gave him a slap that it felt like he meant like there was a personal grudge. It was not about this. You fetch him 500 for eye. The beating was, it was. But I would have to let's even do this. Let's see how other Nigerians reacted to it, because I don't want it to sound as if it is my own reaction. But let's read for what other Nigerians reacted to that beating. This is coming from Carlos Samuel on X. Yes, take the fight to the elected representatives, hold them accountable, and then immediately reverse course. This is the right step in the right direction. Bravo, boys. Talking to the guys that beat the representative. Now, this is coming from Gideon Toba. I need more of this, to be honest. These politicians don't rate us and aren't scared of us. It's why they treat citizens like beggars, forgetting that they are there for us. And that is what it is. Let's quickly read. Bariki says, no fear. Zamfara citizens don't they enforce good governance. Thanks to the president, no more police protection. Because normally police would have like shed tear gas and all, shoot at them and all that. And from Akim, it says, the people are tired of bad governance. And these politicians fail to realize that people have woken up. Ogun State is next soon. He's already predicting the next stage. Remember, we talked about how the road in Ogun State is bad and all that. And this is coming from someone that's from Ogun State. Hakim is saying Ogun State is next soon. You never can tell. It's now like it's a wave. It's a wave. We are going to different states to do the hand correcting of their senses. And this is coming from Bashir Garba. APC government officials should expect more of this from next year. Next year is campaign season. And you're coming to tell me, oh, come and vote for me. Mama for it here. Because at this point in time, you like the last 2 years has been the worst years of our lives. And you come back to come and campaign. Oh yeah. Kuzo, like Hausa will say, Kuzo, let's quickly go and see. From Dumeji, he said, it is time to vote. When it's time to vote, they will forget that he didn't perform. Then he got a reply from another now. Abdul is saying, not in Zamfara State. They made history in 2023. They voted out Matawali over poor performance, despite having Senator Abdulaziz Yero, which was also the former governor, Senator Marafa, and other heavyweights in Zamfara by his side. Yes, this is coming from Zamfara State. I made a comment about Zamfara State being like one of the worst places to be because of terrorism spike and under Bello Matawale. Guess the people said no to his second tenure. But to pay him back, our own president, Tinubu, took him after a failed election and placed him a Minister of State for Defense. And that's why we are seeing the spike of insecurity across Nigeria. When your local team say you are not good enough, then someone carries you to go and play the Champions League. That is how it feels like. I think it's a welcome development. I love it. I love it. I said yesterday, I love it. I don't like the fact that people get hurt, but I love the fact that Nigerians are waking up to what should be theirs, and then it will give the politicians a sense of these guys are clique, they are clique, it's just one thing, and there's that one straw that will break the camel's back. It's becoming too much, and I think that will help me move to the next story. I would like us to see this video and probably let's watch the video, then I will react to it.
If you criticize us constructively, I will provide you the answer. And I want, Rufai. Rufai doesn't see anything good. in our government. But the more you don't see good things in our government, then you are making yourself cheap. Because if 2 plus 2 gives you 4, and you are saying 3, and you are shouting, flexing muscles, spending a lot of energy to counter, a professor of infrastructure, then it's a problem. It's a problem. So, I think he should make haste to reconcile with me, so that the shortcomings in terms of infrastructural, technicalities will be hidden. And when I'm going to appear, I'll let him know, and I'll lecture him ahead of time.
This is coming from Minister of Works, Professor Dave Umahi, because I have to give him his full accolade. He's a professor, a civil professor, a structural engineer at that. Professor Dave Umahi, talking about Rufai Hussaini's way he reacted to him, the last interview where Rufai was asking for numbers. And it sounds like he's making mockery here. It is quite shocking that someone that's literate at that, with that level of knowledge, a professor of structures. Yes, structures is like one of the most difficult aspects of civil engineering. These guys are very intelligent. That's one thing we have to agree. Don't think our politicians are not intelligent. They are the most intelligent brains we have in Nigeria. They are just wicked. Because Dave Umahi understands that numbers make everything go well. As a professor of a civil engineer, he must have asked for the numbers for those roads, because that was basically the question Rufai was asking him that day. Give us numbers. Yes, we know that different areas have different amount due to that particular soil grade and the topography of that area. Fine and good, but there should be an average. And the professor knows that for a fact. But because they feel like they are not accountable to Nigerians, they just sit and do whatever they want to do. Remember when P.S. Morgan interviewed Yusuf Tuga? He kept insisting of what is the number of Christians that are being killed. Nigerian politicians, they don't like to hear, give us facts. No, they prefer to just lie on a large scale, because that's where they will pad the whole budget. Dave Umahi, you are coming to say you are going to lecture Rufai Hussaini. He should come and call you so that he should beg you to lecture him on the road infrastructure. Are you doing us a favor? You're supposed to be serving Nigerians. What is all this? Can we? It is so sad that people that should know more are behaving like this. A professor of civil engineering, they understand that numbers is what we work with. You cannot, in fact, in civil engineering, you cannot make a mistake as little as we're supposed to use iron 12. You want to use iron 10 just because it's 2 millimeter. You can't try it. So you understand the concept of numbers. He's just being wicked, manipulative. Than Allah. Kai, see, I think that's where we have to draw the curtain for this production. It is quite so sad that we have the kind of politicians that we have, but it is also very good that Nigerians are waking up with their hand beating, and then hopefully we will start correcting some of their senses with this hand beating. Please tell me what you feel in the comment section. Are you happy with the beating of the House of Representatives member in Zamfara State, or are you happy with what Dave Umahi just spilled? Because I feel that was trash, that was rubbish. It shouldn't come from an elected official. You are getting paid by the taxpayers' money. So if we have the worst set of politicians, trust me. We have the worst. Trust me. If you step your foot outside Nigeria, you would see that our politicians are demonic. Even the devil would have to come for classes from our politicians. You can't come on stage and sit and you talk as if we should be begging you, that a journalist that should be questioning you so that the people will get an understanding. Mind you, he is asking the questions in the minds of Nigerians, but you feel like you don't owe us an explanation. What a shame it is. What a shame. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, guys. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.